Hey, Kapper here. Well, it's time to try and install our fishing pier. I ended up shopping around and I ended up coming to a conclusion that purchasing a DIY kind of build-it-yourself aluminum one from Lowe's was the most affordable option. So Mrs. Kapper put together the two pieces while I was working on something different. But the first step is going to be to prep the ground here where we're going to try and put it. Let me show you. So you can see the mess here that I'm putting it in. Basically what I'm going to do, it's going to be a 20-foot dock. All right. Basically I'm just going to grade smooth a ramp so that it's going to be a little bit easier to level it and to have the tractor or excavator hold it up without wobbling all over the place. The 4-in-1 bucket really comes in handy a lot when you can open it, and it basically increases your width, your platform where you can lay large flat things on. Right, even though they're aluminum, they're awkward and a bit heavy, and it was not an easy task getting them loaded. Suffered some damage here. I had it leaned up trying to readjust the bucket, and down she went right onto the soffit there. That's what happens when you're a one-man show. You just have to adapt to it. Alright, I got it in four-wheel drive and I'm backing it down the hill. Even though as far as tractor weights go, it's not really heavy. It's just more bulky than anything. But since I did not put a counterweight on, I'll back it down. Alright, there's kind of my landing there. I'm going to try and set them in the direction they're going to lay, just for a little bit easier time moving them. But I'm not going to go down on this angle here. That's a recipe for disaster. But at least I'll have them parallel to the area where they're going to end up sitting, right here. Now the trick is, maybe not. There we go. I ended up curling that bucket all the way in to make sure it didn't hook on anything. Ahead a little bit. I got these situated. There's the hooks where they hook together, and we got it set up where the closest one, which is the top one, is going to be with the hook upward. So I'll slide that back and then slide the other one down and get it turned around to where it should drop into there, and we'll see how it goes. Alright, I got them down in the flat spot. Not sure how the hook's going to go together. We'll give it a try. Okay, they actually slid in very easily, and now there's a nut and a bolt that connects underneath. I'm gonna have to figure out a way to tip them up so I can get at it, but to secure them together. Okay, I got it propped up with a rock, and here you can see is how it bolts together. There's substantial play in this joint. So I'm not sure how I'm gonna do it. My first plan was to put the tractor bucket in the end here, lift the whole thing up, get it set in the back where it goes, level it, and then start pounding the posts in. But I think it's going to be really arced with that loose joint in the middle, so not positive right now. Okay, I got this top part level this way. I've got this spacer in here because that's a really loose joint, just to give it a little support so it won't bend quite as much. And I've got the loader supporting it, so the goal is to lift it up here. I had to fill in another trench down here farther back where I'm sitting on. Let me get you a better look from the other side. I had to fill in this big trench so the tractor could drive on it and be somewhat level. So this is going to be really interesting to see how this is going to go. Okay, this really is not going very well as usual. I needed a second man for this, but I think I can get it. We had the wrong parts for all 4 of the clamps, so I had to crawl under there and change them out with the extra ones that I ordered. And now you can see where it's sitting. I'm hoping I can level it, slide them posts in, pound them in the ground, and at least have this front half tightened down. Let's see how it goes. All right, so I had to take it off the tractor. I'm gonna have to somehow disconnect it. This is extremely frustrating. But guys, if you're doing it one man, this is what you got to expect. So I don't know, I'm gonna try and dismantle this thing, see what happens. All right, so I had to carefully dismantle this thing. I got it safely back on the ground. Those are just sitting there. I mean, they're snugged up here, but this whole thing needs to slide back because when the tractor lifted it, it pulled it forward. But I think I can handle it this way by just propping something under it when I get it level and then pounding them posts down. Okay, I started on the ladder, then switched over. That's pounded in the ground about 2 feet. And this side right here is pretty level. So now I gotta try to bend this one just a little because it ended up going down on a little bit of an angle. Try and get that one fairly level and then do the same on that side. This one is tacked down now. Okay, this first dock is set. It's perfectly level, both long sides and this way. And these posts are down, solid 2 feet into the ground. I may still put some blobs of concrete here, put a few screws in them, pour a thick blob around them just for a little more stability, because it's not anchored down here at the ground level, but I can't see these moving much at all being down 2 foot in the ground. Let's take a walk on it, see what happens. Woohoo! All right, baby, let's try the pier. First time. This is the first time for me. Well, I built the duck hunting pier out of lumber. A very, very long pier, but let's try this one out. Oh, heck yeah! There ain't hardly any wobble. All right, I know it's windy out, but it feels really good, nice and sturdy. All right, just so you get the idea on, I think they sent us the wrong parts. They sent us these, okay, that I believe they got a floating and a stationary dock. Hopefully the docks aren't substantially different in case they sent us a floating. But that is definitely for a floating dock, so it slides in and out. This is the one I ordered extra of for stationary dock because being so long, I had planned on 2 extra sets of legs just to make sure it's really firm. So I'm switching out basically the 4 extra that I ordered are going to be the 4 main ones now just to get it all set up. And then I'll probably have to order another pair of these depending on how stable it is. That'll be the test. All right, there's halftime. That's where I'm going to leave it for now. I'm probably going to need some help, or if I think of something more ingenious for just me, But for right now, that's where it's at. October 18th, 2017. It's hard to imagine this is all going to be underwater. That tractor is going to be almost completely underwater once it fills all the way up. Stay tuned.